Hey guys, how's it going? Brendan here, aka Mr. Weaverface. Thanks for watching, and as always, thanks for subscribing to the channel. I totally appreciate it. Yeah, what if your whole life is a lie? How do you go on every day knowing that your video game world records were a sham? I don't know how you can keep up that front. I mean, I'm sure it was fun at the time. And of course, I'm talking about Todd Rogers, Billy Mitchell having all of their records expunged on the Twin Galaxies website. Billy Mitchell released a video saying, you know, he's still proclaiming his innocence. He's going to have, you know, witnesses, documents, all this other stuff saying that his records are still legit. Like I said in my previous video talking about Todd Rogers, when all of that went down, like even if they had some legit records, you know, no one's going to believe them anymore. And, you know, they rode the wave. They had many, many years, what, 30 years? 30 plus years of fortune and glory from having all these world records, living that kind of life. And then it's all taken away from you. So, I don't know. I could never do that sort of thing. How did they not know that it was going to come to this? I mean, did they just get caught up? You know, shown on news broadcasts and you guys have been the greatest gamers that ever lived kind of thing, and they did get caught up in that. Billy Mitchell, Todd Rogers, they must have been great gamers, you know, in the 80s with Atari and arcade games. What made them go that extra step to say, oh, I'm a great gamer, but I want to be like immortal and create this high score or high scores that, you know, will never be beaten? And obviously, you know, records are made to be broken, like any, you know, sporting event. Video games, you know, records, there's so many video games and so many people playing them, you know, world records are going to be broken, and it's just going to be a matter of time. And maybe there would be some world record that will not be able to be beaten. And I'm sure there is for many games. I don't know all the games out there and all the scores, but I don't know what would cause you to take that extra step, like being known as a great gamer, but then fabricating, start embellishing. You know, it's not like folklore where you tell a story and, you know, the story gets bigger and bigger. Actually, it is kind of like that. You know, you have these legends in the gaming industry, legendary game players, and then it takes 30, 40 years and it finally catches up to them, and, you know, you have smart guys reviewing the material, the records that were once held, and looking at the tape, or, you know, making analysis, computer analysis of them, and, you know, coming to the conclusion, you know, this isn't quite right, we should probably do something about this. And that definitely upholds the integrity of gaming world records, because if there's a cheater out there, and the thing about cheaters is they are everywhere. They are in any sport. They are, I'm sure they're in gaming. You know, people getting, you know, expelled from, you know, gaming tournaments. And to continue that cheating mentality, like, how do you live with yourself? I could not do that. First of all, I'm a horrible liar. So if someone would ask me about a record I had and it wasn't legit, they would know right away. So for these other guys to basically say, you know, I have this record, I have this record, I have this record, and believe that so wholeheartedly throughout the years, despite people starting to, you know, become smart to the fabrications that they've been telling, I don't know how you can do that. You know, I can equate this maybe to, you know, someone, and this is extreme, but, you know, someone committing a crime, committing a murder, and they're caught, and they deny it, they deny it, they deny it, they get caught on videotape, the video shows them doing it, and they're still in denial. Not owning up to, you know, what you did, and going along with it for many, many years. I think the important thing is not to go on a witch hunt. Like, I'm sure there's a bunch of old world records that do not meet the criteria of the education process that is today. Like on Twin Galaxies right now, you know, you have to show your setup, you have to show the game going into the system, your joystick hooking up to the system, turning it on. You have to show the gameplay, and you have to show the final score. Like back then, you just showed photos of a high score and you got the world record. So I do feel like the world record process, and also in Twin Galaxies, you know, you have a community-based system where people vote on if the score is legit or not. So you don't just have one person saying, oh yeah, that's good. So you don't have that buddy-buddy, you know, type of process, which definitely happened with, you know, Todd Rogers back then. So I think the world record, at least at Twin Galaxies, that system of approving high score records, I think that's pretty good. But you know, try to avoid the witch hunt of going back. And obviously, you know, Todd Rogers, I think his reputation was like, this guy's a cheater, he's a liar, and I think that happened, you know, more so with the internet and YouTube and people talking about him. Billy Mitchell, I don't know if he had the reputation of being a liar. I mean, he definitely had that pompous type of attitude, and I think that was maybe part of his act, because I never met him in person. So I'm pretty sure both guys are nice guys, but it's just, you know, you don't want that witch hunt happening with other players too, with older records. You know, if there is definitely indisputable evidence that, you know, the score that they submitted is not valid, then definitely go ahead and overturn that and assume that maybe some of their other records are not legit, and then expunge them or ban them, because, you know, like like it is in relationships, once a cheater, always a cheater. So that's how I feel about it. Todd Rogers and now Billy Mitchell, game scores expunged. What do you guys think of the whole thing? Do you guys have world records? How would you feel if a cheater beat your world record? Or how do you feel about this? How do you feel about Twin Galaxies going forward? How do you feel how they handled the Todd Rogers and Billy Mitchell situation? It's interesting, man. It's a good time to be a gamer. A lot of cool stuff going down. But yeah, I couldn't live with myself being a cheater like that. And I hope you guys would feel the same way. So let's improve the integrity of world records, high scores. Let's improve the integrity of gaming. And let's have fun with gaming. That's all it is. That's all it's about. That's why video games are there, to have fun. Right? I mean, maybe a couple of you guys are lucky enough to work for video games and to, you know, play professionally. But for the majority of us, for 99% of the video gaming population, we're there to have fun. So let's have fun with the channel, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm Brendan, aka Mr. Weaverface. Comment in the comment section below. Take care.